Hey, welcome back. I'm Blake Beckman, and we're at the halfway point of the series. The reason why I'm so excited is because the next 2 days are, in my opinion, the best days out of the 8-day cruise, which are days 5 and 6, and with day 5 being on my 21st birthday. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about days 5 and 6, which are the best days of my 8-day cruise. As soon as I woke up on the morning of May 8th, 2024, I saw that Grandma Julie had decorated our stateroom for my 21st birthday. Now last time I had mentioned that the ship hadn't left port until sometime during the night due to an engine problem. Well, a consequence of that was that the last 2 ports of call were switched around. Instead of going to St. Martin, we went to St. Thomas in the United States Virgin Islands. However, our original excursion got cancelled, so as you will see, we did something else in St. Thomas. Anyways, around noon we arrived in St. Thomas, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but we went to another beach excursion. Only this time it had some snorkeling spots in the water. After taking our bus to our excursion, which unfortunately I don't remember the name of, I went snorkeling with my GoPros. Unlike the last 2 times I went underwater with my GoPros, I actually saw some interesting things under the water, like some coral and plenty of fish for the first time. When we left the beach, just when we thought our excursion was over, the bus stopped so that we could see the panoramic views of St. Thomas from the top of a mountain. Once I got back to the ship, I played a round of mini golf by myself and got not 1 but 4 holes in 1. Hours later, I went back to the Cucina del Capitano with Grandma Julie for my birthday dinner. To start, we had some garlic knots, a meatball, and some fried calamari. And for the entree, we both had the chicken parmigiano with spaghetti. Although I didn't care for the spaghetti, I mostly ate what I think is the biggest piece of chicken parm I've ever had. By the end of the dinner reservation, the staff wished me a happy birthday by singing happy birthday twice, once in Italian and then in English. Later in the night, me and Grandma Julie stayed up a little later than usual and went to the 80s rock and glow party on the Lido deck. People were partying in their 80s attire, there were glowing neon colors and lots of 80s hits. On day 6, we arrived in St. Martin. When I got done eating breakfast, I walked onto the Lido deck and saw the invasion of the towel animals. There was a towel octopus and some elephants, pigs, bears, sea turtles, and even some towel crocodiles. Around noon, we got off the ship and went to our excursion, which was a boat ride on a custom-built wooden schooner called the Spirit of St. Martin. Once we got on the boat, we sailed on the water for a little bit before arriving at a snorkeling spot near the beach. Unlike the day before, we jumped off the edge of the boat rather than walking into the water from the shore. Once I knew where to snorkel, I saw some fish. Once it was time to get back on the boat, we sailed around the shore and got some great scenic views, as well as some views of some airplanes flying overhead. Now, because we were a little bit behind, and because we had to be back on the Carnival Vista by 4 o'clock, I was a little bit anxious that we would get left behind, but by the skin of our teeth, we made it shortly before 4. Once I got back on the ship, I watched the ship sail out of port. Well, that's all for this week, but tune in next week for the final days of the cruise. I'm Blake Beckman, and I'll see you next week.